Hello and welcome. This is Mama Jess with Skilled Womanhood. This is really a place for anybody to learn skills. Doesn't matter if you're a woman or not. So I just fixed this. This is a digging fork. You can see I drilled right through that section and I got a bolt and a nut because I don't want to deal with wedging this. I knew it would come out, and so I wanted to find a better fix. So this is what I did. So I'm going to show you how I put this together by taking it apart. So a lot of the time when you're learning how to do repairs, even if it's clothing, it actually helps you to take something apart to see how it was put together. And so that's even a little bit of a way to develop additional skills. So I'm going to show you how I did this. Okay, so first thing, I'm going to take this off. I always like to keep everything in a little metal magnetic bowl. And I'm going to excuse the pounding. I have to get this out. Okay. So this was my original situation. Like, okay, again, like driving wedges in this, I knew it was going to be way too difficult to figure it out. Just the whole thing was a mess. It's easier if you have like axes, some kind of hatchet to do those kinds of wedges, but not on this one. So because this had such a long tang, this is called a tang right here, I thought, that's it. I can drill a hole all the way through and bolt it. Okay, and so that's what I did. So this was the situation it was in. It's definitely, not secure. And now I've got to secure it. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I did that. So imagine this has no hole in it. Okay, it's just clear like this. And it's just kind of this cheap metal here. I took a punch and I found the center line and I took my hammer and I whacked it, boom, 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 really hard. Okay. Then I have an indentation. You have to have the indentation because if I try to start drilling on this smooth metal, it's going to slip all over the place. But if I have an indentation, it creates a little reservoir to hold the drill bit and then it'll be stable. Remember, you want to be screwing it directly perpendicular. You don't want to be off at this angle or whatever. You want to be right up and down. Now, you need to know, this took me probably 45 minutes of consecutive drilling because this is incredibly hard steel. This is lightweight metal here. This, though, I saw it has a imprint on the back that says Austria. So depending on when steel was made and where it was made, it can be incredibly hard. They're not making things as well as they used to. So this was made very well, so it was very, very hard. So the initial drill bits I tried did not work. I had to go to the store. I got 2 drill bits, cobalt alloy steel for hardened steel. These worked great. I actually had to use 2 of them, which is not cost effective. I mean, this almost got me all the way through, but the last little bit, I had to get the other bit out. But I want you to understand why I chose this size bolt and this drill bit. This is slightly larger. So I wanted to create a hole where this bolt would slide through with ease, nothing obstructing it, okay? So if you're working with bolts and nuts, oftentimes you're going to need the drill bit to be larger. If this was a screw or a nail and I wanted to drill, I would want the drill bit to be smaller because the turns on the screw would bite into the wood better. Okay, so you want to be wise in how which drill bits you choose depending on the application you're using. So after I drilled this all the way through, wore myself out because it took a long time, then I'm able to put my drill or my bolt through. It's slightly cockeyed, but I can still get it through. Okay. So generally you can finger tighten that, but then you're going to have to tighten it with a crescent wrench, and this has a Phillips head on it here. You're going to see sometimes when I'm doing videos, I'm not going to edit out my screw ups because I want you to see what it's really like in real life. one thing I forgot to tell you is that when I first started this, I screwed up and I drilled the hole in the wrong location. So, but it worked out fine. It's going to be a perfect repair, and I'm stoked. The other thing you can do, this is called a hacksaw. And I could cut this off a little bit if I did not want this hanging out here on the bolt. I don't know if I'm too concerned about it, because sometimes when you cut off the bolt, it creates a kind of a debris, metal debris that can get around, and it makes it so that the nut won't come off. In some ways, I don't want the nut to come off, so maybe it doesn't matter. But I'll think about if I want to cut this off. But yeah, so that is the repair, and I think it's going to be bulletproof. I'm thrilled about it. And so now I can go get to work, and I can know that this is not going to fall apart and cause me endless grief. Because the one thing I want you to do, I want you to take time to do things well, so that you're not fighting something endlessly. Like this could fall off over and over and over again, and I keep trying to wedge and wedge and wedge, and it's not working. It's wasting my time. I don't like wasting time. And I don't want you to either. So this is an awesome repair, and I hope it works for you. Have a great day, and I'll talk with you later. Bye-bye.